When you receive your package, it should come with a GB4000, the GB4000 operational manual, 2 AC adapter power supplies, the 2 cords that plug the AC adapters into a power surge protector, a set of red wires, and a set of black wires. On the back of the GB4000, there are 2 holes. This is where the AC adapters plug in. Make sure that the AC adapters get completely pushed in so that a good connection is made. If you do not make sure that they have a good connection, you will find that there will be an 8-volt error. We will now show you what we mean by an 8-volt error. If you have an 8-volt error, also the RF indicator light will not come on. The red wires plug into the red receptacles, the black plug into the black receptacles, and then you can connect the other ends of the wires to anything you wish to use. We will now show you how to run an auto channel. You will look in your book or whatever information you have and look up the channel you wish to run. You will take and press auto channel. In this case, we'll run channel number 1. You'll press 1. Then you will press run. After a couple beeps, the instrument will display all the information on the LCD. The multiple stands for the fact that the instrument is running up to 8 frequencies simultaneously. The SQ tells you that it's in square wave. The 1 tells you the channel number. G5 tells you how many groups of up to 8 frequencies there are in the channel. And the clock counts down from 5 to 0. When the clock gets to 0, it will change to G4 and go for another 5 minutes. It will continue to do this until it goes down to G1. At that time, the instrument will go back to start and you will be done running the channel. We will now show you how to change the run time of a channel. The GB4000 comes running at a default of 5 minutes, but let's say you wish to run a time period of 3 minutes on the channel. You would first press 3. That will give you the duration time, and you can see the 3 in the LCD. Then you would press auto channel. We will choose channel number 1, and then you would press run. The instrument is now running this channel for 3 minutes instead of the default time of 5 minutes. The GB4000 comes with 2 modes, RF mode and audio mode. To change the mode, you would press the RF audio button. One shows you the mode you're in, a second press changes the mode, and now you're in audio mode. When the instrument is in the RF mode, the RF indicator light will come on. We will demonstrate this. We will press auto channel, we will press 1, and then we will press run. You will take and turn the output level all the way up, and you will now see that the RF indicator light has come on. This should be on whenever you are in RF mode. We will now show you how to change the duty cycle of the square wave. The GB4000 comes with the capability of from 10 to 90% on the duty cycle. This number here, the 90, shows you the duty cycle that the instrument's on. If you wish to change it to 50% duty cycle, you would press 5, then you would press 0, and then you would press enter. The duty cycle has now been changed from a 90% duty cycle to a 50% duty cycle. We will now show how to change from square wave to sine wave. You press the square sine button, press it once and it will display it. One more time and it will change it. As soon as it goes off the screen, you are now in sine wave. If you wish to change it back, press it once and it will display it. One more time and it will change it. You are now back at square wave. We will now show you how to pause the instrument. While a channel is running, press 5. When you return, press either 5 or run to start the channel going again. Let's say you wish to run an individual frequency. You would press enter, and let's say that frequency was 1000. Then you would press run. The instrument is now running 1000 hertz. We will now show you how to program a channel using individual frequencies. You first want to choose a channel that is not already being used. To be safe, we will choose channel 900. You press custom, then you would press 900, then you would press enter. Now it gives you two choices: sequence, press 1, group, press 2. Because we want to run a sequence, we will press 1. You will press 1. Now it asks you for frequency 1 that you want to put in the channel. We will put 126, enter, 453, enter, 786, enter, 459. After the last frequency, you press custom, not enter. That closes the channel and saves it. Now to run that channel, all you have to do is press auto channel 900 and then run. The instrument is now running the very first frequency that we put in, which was frequency 126. It gives us the channel. It tells us there are 4 frequencies. That's what the F4 stands for. And of course it gives us that it's in square wave and gives us the time it's counting down. We will now show you how to program a custom channel using multiple frequencies. Again, you want to choose a channel that has no programming in it. To be safe, we will choose 901. You will press custom, then you will press 901, and then press enter. The LCD gives you sequence, press 1, group, press 2. We will choose 2. Now the LCD lets us know that we are in group mode and it wants frequency 1. Our first frequency we will put in is 145. Press enter. 123. Press enter. 896. Enter. And 58. Now remember, we press custom instead of another frequency or enter in order to close the channel. Now to run that channel, all we have to do is press auto channel, press 901, then run. The instrument is now running channel 901. The GB4000 has the capability of running 10 channels, one right after another. To do this, all you have to do is press the auto channel button, put in the first channel you wish to run, then press the plus button, then put in the next channel you wish to run, press the plus button, and then put in the next channel you wish to run, and press the plus button. Then press Run. The GB4000 will now run those 3 channels, one right after another. We will now show you how to delete an auto channel. To do this, all you do is press Auto Channel, the number you wish to delete, 901, press Enter, and then press Delete. The channel is now deleted. The GB4000 has the capability of doing 3 kinds of sweeps. In this case, we will show you how to do a regular sweep. You press Sweep, you put in the beginning frequency or start frequency. In this case, we'll put in 100, then you press Enter. It asks for the end frequency. In this case, we will put in 1000. Then you press Enter. Well, since we want to do a regular sweep and not a converged sweep, we will press 1. The instrument is now doing a regular sweep for 5 minutes from 100 Hertz to 1000 Hertz. We will now do the second kind of sweep, which is called a converged sweep. You press Sweep, you enter the beginning frequency or start frequency, press Enter, put the end frequency, 1000 in this case, and press Enter, and instead of pressing 1, we will press 2 for a converged sweep. The instrument is now beginning to run, and it tells you that it is a converged sweep. How a converged sweep works is the start frequency goes to the end frequency, and the end frequency goes to the start frequency. So what you have is 2 frequencies going at the same time, and they crisscross each other. The end goes to the beginning, and the beginning goes to the end. We will now show you how to do a channel sweep. The channel sweep feature allows you to do a sweep up to 10,000 Hertz within any auto channel or with any individual frequency. To use this feature, all you do is press Channel Sweep. You will notice in the LCD it gives you a choice from 10 to 10,000 Hertz. If you choose to use 50 Hertz, then all the frequencies within the channel will drop 25 Hertz below the targeted frequencies within the channel and go to 25 Hertz above all the targeted frequencies within the channel. We'll put in 50 and press Enter. Then you will press Auto Channel and put in the auto channel that you want to run, and then press Run. You will notice as soon as the channel starts to run that there is a CS on the LCD. This lets you know that the channel sweep feature is running. The GB4000 has the ability to gate or pulse frequencies. There are 2 ways to turn it on. The first method is when you have an auto channel running, all you do is press the gate button as soon as the channel starts to run. You will notice a G comes on in the LCD. This lets you know that gating is turned on. If you press the gate button again, you will notice that the G goes off. This lets you know that gating is turned off. The second method is, before you ever run an auto channel, you press Gate. You will notice in the LCD it says Gate on 1, off 2. All you do is press 1, and now the gating is turned on. When you run an auto channel, you will notice that the G again shows up in the LCD and it is turned on, again letting you know that gating is on. We will now show you how to change the gate rate and the duty cycle of the gate. All you do is press gate. It gives you 4 choices. Press 3. Now you come to the window that has rate, and it gives you a choice from 5 to 2200 Hertz. The default gate rate is 1000. If you want it to be 100, all you do is press 100 and press enter. Now we come to the duty cycle window. You will notice it's on a 50% duty cycle. For those who have MOPAs, it should always be at a 50% duty cycle. What a 50% duty cycle means is it's 50% on, 50% off. If you want it to be a 90% duty cycle, 90% on, 10% off, all you do is press 9, 0, and press enter. Now your gate rate is set. The GB4000 has a new gate feature which allows you to save the gating turned on in any channel. All you have to do is press gate. It says channel, then 4. All you do is press 4. The LCD now asks for the auto channel that you want to save the gating turned on in. You put in whatever auto channel that is that you want to save it in, and then you press enter. You'll notice it says saving in the LCD, then it goes back to start. The gating is now saved, turned on in that channel. We will now show you how to skip from group to group or frequency to frequency. All you have to do is when the instrument is running is press 6. You will notice it skips from G5 to G4. If you press it again, it will switch from G4 to G3. This allows you to skip through the groups to run whichever group you may want to use, or frequency that you may want to use. We will now show you how to mute the beeper. Sometimes people do not want to hear the beeper as it changes from group to group or channel to channel. All you have to do while the instrument is running is press 4. You will notice it says muted in the LCD, and there is an M in the LCD that lets you know it's muted. Sometimes when the instrument is running a channel, the red light will be blinking. People sometimes are concerned about this, but they shouldn't be. It is natural for the red light to blink when there is a low audio frequency being run. Unless the instrument is blinking in every channel all the time, there is no reason to be concerned. Sometimes after a lot of use, these wires will break right here where the red wire goes into the banana jack. In order to repair this, sometimes you can just grab a hold of this and twist it and it will come loose. If it's too tight, use a pair of pliers, hang on to the metal piece, and turn this till it comes off. Once you have taken it off, you can take the wire and untwist it. You will notice it goes into a groove and there's a little hole right there. You can pull it out, the wire out. Now, just to show you how to repair it, we'll take it as though it had been broken off. What you do is you strip it back about 3/4 of an inch to an inch and strip the rubber coating off the wire. Then you turn and twist this around like this until it's tight. Then take it and put it back up through and through the hole in the groove. Wind it around in the groove until it comes back to itself, and then take the plastic piece and tighten it back up. Now it has been repaired and you can use it again. Usually how you know when it is broken, and this is the easy way to check, right here it'll get kind of white like it's stressed, but if you pull it'll actually stretch. If it's solid like this and does not pull, that means the wire's okay. But if it stretches out, then you know the wire is broke right there and you will need to make this repair. When you receive your SR4 amplifier, you will also receive an AC adapter and a BNC cable for connecting up to the GB4000. On the back of the SR4 amplifier is a hole to plug in the AC adapter. Make sure you get it plugged all the way in for a good connection. On the back of the GB4000 and on the back of the SR4 amplifier are BNC connections. Take the BNC cable and connect the two instruments together. Make sure you turn the end of the BNC cable so it locks into place. Now that we have connected the GB4000 to the SR4 amplifier, all we have to do to use the SR4 amplifier is turn on the GB4000 and the SR4 amplifier. Next, you would put in the auto channel you want to use. Auto channel 456 will be the one that we will use. Then when the channel starts to run, turn the output level all the way up until both RF indicator lights come on each instrument. Now just keep in mind that you're going to be using the SR4 amplifier, so you would not plug into any of the connections on the GB4000. You will plug into the connections on the SR4 amplifier. Also, all of the red connections are connected together and all the black connections are connected together. So it doesn't matter which red or which black you use. When you receive your new instrument, the first thing you have to do is take the top off in order to install the vacuum tube on the inside. There are 2 screws on this side of the instrument and 2 screws on this side of the instrument that need to be removed in order to take the top off. Now that you've taken the screws out, take the top off. You will find the tube inside the tank coil. Pull it out and remove it from its plastic. Now that you've removed the tube from the bubble wrap, take a look at the bottom of the tube. You will notice that there are 2 big pins and that there are 2 small pins. These will go into the corresponding holes in the socket. Take the tube, put it down into the holes, and push it firmly down and make sure that the tube seats completely. Then take the cap and put it on top of the tube and make sure that it is pushed down and seats completely. You are now ready to put the top back on the instrument. When you put the top back on the instrument, make sure you notice these PEMs. There are 4 of them. When you put the top back on, make sure you slide it down and have the PEMs towards the front. Push out on the front of the panel so that the back PIMs will slide behind the back panel. This will make sure that you do not scrape up the paint on the back of the instrument. Now take the power cord that you received with the instrument and plug it into the back of the instrument into the receptacle. You now need to hook up the plasma tube that you purchased from the other company. Take the black wire and plug it into the black receptacle. Take the red wire and plug it into the red receptacle. The ray tube is now hooked up to the MOPA. Make sure you have the ray tube hooked up to the MOPA so that you do not create any possibility of damaging the instrument. Now let's go over the front of the instrument. This is the on and off switch. This is the frequency dial. This is the power light. This is the run input set frequency switch. If you put it on set frequency, you will be able to light the ray tube without any frequencies coming from the GB4000. It also allows you to set the carrier frequency to any carrier frequency you want to use that is unmodulated. In other words, no frequencies from the GB4000 will come into the MOPA and come out of the ray tube. When you flip the switch down to run input, it allows you to use the frequency dial to set the carrier frequency to any frequency that you want to use that is modulated. In other words, it allows you to input the frequencies from the GB4000 into the MOPA, and those frequencies will then come out of the ray tube. This is the milliamp meter. This meter allows you to know how much power your instrument is outputting. In this video, we will generally be running the milliamp meter between 140 and 160 milliamps. You can run the instrument as high as 175 milliamps because that is the maximum power output of the 812 tube. Just remember, if you run it at 175 milliamps, your tube may not last as long. Do not run it above 175 milliamps because you may burn out your 812 tube, requiring a new tube. Occasionally, when the instrument is running a low audio frequency, you will see the meter bouncing just like this. Do not be concerned, it will not harm the instrument. On the back of the GB4000 and on the back of the MOPA are two connections called B and C connections. This is the way the two instruments are connected together. Take the B and C cable that came with the instrument and connect the two together. Make sure that you turn the end and lock it into place so that they are fully and securely connected together. Now the instruments are ready to use. It's now time to turn on the instrument and test the ray tube. Make sure the set frequency run input switch is on set frequency. If it is on run input, the ray tube will not light unless frequencies are coming out of the GB4000 into the MOPA. So make sure it's on set frequency. Then turn on the MOPA. You'll notice that the ray tube is lit and the milliamp meter is anywhere between 80